I mean, it's the whole business of the responsibility of risk managers speaking up and challenging up is one of the most difficult things about risk management. Speaking truth to power. And we have to find a way where people who do risk management or compliance or audit can indeed speak truth to power and be protected.
Tonight, as the bankers face their day of reckoning, it emerges that at least one senior manager was trying to warn HBOS about the dangers. We speak exclusively to Paul Moore, the man at the centre of today's heated exchanges between bankers and MPs.
Last week, Moore submitted evidence to a parliamentary committee portraying HBOS as a bank that had little regard for risk management.
Paul Moore was the most...
That whistleblower, Paul Moore, first told his story to Paul Mason on the Money programme last October.
It was his job to make sure...
It erupted again at the Commons Treasury Committee yesterday. Evidence from Mr Moore was raised as the former HBOS chairman was grilled by MPs.
Your group risk manager said you were selling too fast, too much, and that was very risky. You sacked him.
And I use the 3 C's, I call them. The first, regulators need to start regulating culture. The second is we need to have a proper separation and balance of power in the boardroom so that the executives cannot simply do what they want to do without some proper checks and balances from the non-executives and the risk managers and the compliance professionals and the internal auditors. And thirdly, we need to improve the professionalisation of the risk and compliance and internal audit fraternity so that they have a strategic input to the leadership which they're listened to.
Banks have non-executive directors who are supposed to keep the management in line. But risk managers like Paul Moore don't report direct to them, they report to the executives. And that, says the former HBOS man, is the problem.
Well, welcome again, Prime Minister.
His evidence forced Prime Minister Gordon Brown on the defensive.
It is clear that some of the members of boards of banks that got into trouble did not understand the risks in which they're involved. That's why the boards of HBOS and almost all the members of the boards of RBS have now gone.
The best example in the world of risk management is Formula One racing. Last week, Mark Webber drove into the back of Heikki Kovalainen's car when he braked, and he went up into the air and he was uninjured. And that's the way to do risk management. It's not about not taking risks, it's about taking more risks properly.
The retail bank was going at breakneck speed. And an internal risk and compliance function feels a little bit like a man in a rowing boat trying to slow down an oil tanker.
So we did the survey to find out what risk management professionals around the world thought about what caused the crisis and what the implications were. And you know, the most remarkable finding was that they didn't think it was the technical things that caused the problem, it was organisational culture and ethics. And when you asked them what changes they wanted regulators to supervise culture and ethics. Isn't that amazing?
Britain's highest-ranking bankers made their apologies. One man has no regrets about the path he's taken.
Would you go back? I mean, if you were asked to go and help sort out the mess, would you go back?
Yes, I would. I would like to be part of the solution. And I think I've got a lot to offer.
The technical content of risk management depends on what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with food standards, you need experts on what types of food harm you. But the generic and strategic principles of how risk management, governance, regulatory affairs and ethics works are the same. It doesn't matter what industry you're working in. In fact, we are currently doing reviews of risk management in the health service environment, and exactly the same principles apply. So it's transportable across industries. We set up Moore, Carter and Associates, and because of the crucial nature of people and culture, instead of having other pure risk management professionals working with us, my partner My main partner, Dominic Carter, is an HR and organisational development specialist. I think that is a unique mixture. Somebody with all that depth of risk and regulatory experience that I've got, along with the expertise in organisational development, management development, leadership development and culture development that Dominic's got. So it's a great team.